Good morning, everybody. I don't know why I'm saying good morning like that, but how's everybody doing? The time is 20 to 10. Just been to get a coffee. No, it's 20 to 9. It's not 20 to 10. No, it's 9:15. It's completely opposite of the time I said. Anyway, just been to get a coffee, and today's agenda is a little bit up in the air. What I'm thinking I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to go and take a route to a few different places. I'm going to go to this place called Clifton, this place called Ruddington, and I might even border into Nottingham a little bit for the charity shops. Now, my intention is just to sort of like treat it with a few different experiments today. I'm going to go to a few different places and try a couple different options. Go through the route of doing the charity shop experience inside it. I'm mindful of like how I'm going to do this with a little bit more of a pizzazz. A part of me is thinking to either make each video like 8 minutes long so that it's like a real episode per one, rather than me going all that way to make like a 30-second video inside it. Like make it a bit more extensive as a watch. The second option is to find more bespoke things like particular items in a charity shop and talk about them. So plus looking for things that aren't charity shops and just kind of like assessing the content. So right now I'm just going to have some eggs and avocado. That's the breakfast, and raspberries for anybody who's curious. And then I'm going to edit the video for tonight while I wait for the phones to charge, because I've got both phones and they're both on about 10%. So fingers crossed for fast charge, fingers crossed for good charity shops, and fingers crossed for good things. So yeah, hope you guys are all good, and we'll see where we are on the next shop. Okay, everybody, you join me here at 11:03. Just accidentally uploaded the wrong video on the TikTok, but I've come to this place called Ruddington. This is the first out of two areas that I'm going to come to. Basically, I'm going to do the Chazzers, and I think there's something called a Knitters Museum, so if it's free to go in or less than £2, I'll go in. And yes, I'm a tight arts with museums for now, but we've got to try some different content because we've got to just see what happens doing other bits and bobs. So yeah, you'll catch me. I mean, you catch me in a minute on different platforms, aren't you? Or you'll just see me on the next shop. The settings are quite nice here this morning outside the co-op. But I mean, like, I'll be honest with you, nice big trees, just open space. Like, again, the inner border collie in me is just like wagging his tail. Yo, everybody. So, that was the first charity shop. I didn't actually get some shots in there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go and take some shots in there in a moment. I'm actually going to probably go back and say to them, like, let me just get a few shots for YouTube as well, because that would be a really good opportunity. I'm going to come back and I'm going to grab some on my way back. But yeah, just going to go for one more Chazza. There's only one more in this area, which isn't ideal, but, you know, what do they say? Such is the modern world. So, yo, this camera angle was mad. I'll go and find this last one. Yo, guys, so, you just joined me after that one. I literally picked up this oat milk t-shirt for $3.75 just for the content of the video. Just had this coffee in, honestly, really nice space. This is what I do change his coffees. Yeah, I'm just literally in this sort of coffee back room. It's quite nice. So basically I'm going to take you guys to the coffee shop, to the charity shop I just went to, because I think the woman in there was really nice. Her name was Jo, and it was a Christian charity shop with a few older ladies, and I just thought I'll go in and grab some shots inside and just sort of like get a shot, like one long shot, just to show you a bit more of what it's about, because I don't think they'll mind me coming back and shooting some shots for YouTube. So in the next shot, hopefully, that is what we are doing. Okay, I've not told the ladies that I'm going to come back, but I'm going to just quickly ask them, because they were so nice in here, and I just thought, before I go, see, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back. He's back. I hope you don't mind. I was just passing by. I wanted to get some shots for my actual YouTube in the shop. Is that okay?
Yeah, good.
Shout out to Jo. And what's your name, my love?
Dorothy.
Shout out to Jo and Dorothy. So, yeah, we'll just take it back. And we'll just sort of bring you into the shop with, like, what I was sort of showing, I guess, earlier on. That is super random. Oh, my goodness. That's a jigsaw puzzle. What? I did not expect that to be a jigsaw puzzle. But anyway, that actually is like about the size of jigsaw that I could accomplish. Yes, this shop is just really, really nice, and honestly, everybody in here has just been super, super friendly. I thought I'd just show you some of the bits I actually did see earlier on that were really nice. So there was this lovely Aquascutum long sleeve top, £4.50, really nice price. And I think that if ever you see Aquascutum like this, I would advise to buying it. So I'll just show you a couple more bits in here. Seems as this is like a nice charity shop to get like, so just show you some little bits and bobs. So Jack and Jones, what price is it at? It's not fixed to a price, so I'm not too sure, but little polo top. I think that like certain brands you base on different prices, but you know, this is a nice one because of a number of reasons. Staff are friendly, music was inviting. It's what I like about charity shops is almost when there's like this little room where this is a beautiful space, but I get to kind of like just do little bits in corners. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm just in. I was thinking what that's gonna be. Philips light bulbs, £2 each. Look, that's just like, this is the sort of stuff that I just like. I like being like uninterrupted, going in rooms. It's just really nice, and honestly, all the staff here are just super lovely. So that is what it is all about. We've got like quite a big kids clothing section as well, actually, which is pretty interesting. So be interested to see what brands they have, if it is a brand specific thing, because with kids stuff it's so small. So £1.50, yeah. I imagine like the kid stuff, really, if you was to get into reselling that, you probably would have to go for brands, or you'd have to like essentially do something with a charity shop or whoever you got it from, where you got like a few bits. That's the only way it makes sense. Yeah, essentially that's what it's all about. Like, especially when you're selling stuff that's like unbranded, you kind of need like a few bits, really, in the bundles that they are, if you know what I mean. So for all my fellow foragers, let's have a little look at some random bits, because I know that the people on here that love the random bits. This is a C3PO cushion. That is 75p. That actually feels like it's really cheap for that. But then the thing is with cushion covers now, and especially like this sort of upholstery of things, that could have just been made by somebody like that almost, if it doesn't have a year, you don't really like put your what's into it, your time and energy. That's pop-up pirate, that's mental. I've seen that for ages. But yeah, this is the thing, is it's like, especially if you're somebody who wants to get into, you know, the reselling or the repurposing of things by means of buying them sustainably like this, it really is a case of like coming in, finding out some bits and bobs. You know, if you came into one charity shop a day and learnt 2 different things, then you're essentially learning 60 different things a month if you did it consistently every day. And that kind of compounds to 720 times a year. So it's like, think about that. Like, if I was like, okay, let me learn about this truck, let me see what its value is, let me see where it's at, I'm going to know that moving forward with whatever I do. Ringo Race. Bamboo, yeah. But anyway, that's like just something that I would take into consideration. These are the trousers. And anyway, so yeah, we're going to go to the next one, but I just had to come and show some love as the ladies are all in here. So shout out to you ladies. I will see you later on. Have a good day anyway. Take care. You too. So this is the one anyway. So it is the Honeycomb Christian Charity Shop. Okay, so well felt like I had to get that tattoo. So right now, just uploading this video. The sun is out, the day is looking absolutely buff, so I'm definitely going to be getting this oat milk t-shirt out and just like just wearing an oat milk t-shirt, I think, at this point. But it was good, man. It was good. The you know, hang on, let me just clean the camera. You know, I did think that I was going to see a few more. I thought I was going to see a few more charity shops in here. There's no antique stores, no nothing. It's literally just 1-2 charity shops and that's it. So gonna go to Clifton. That's it. I think Clifton's literally around the corner, so we'll just go there. And taking in, yo, yeah, shout out to him. He's like, they do the TikToks. He was you can tell when people wearing high vis, they've got clothes on that smell like they like other bits. There's nothing wrong with that, guys, by the way. You can enjoy whatever you like to enjoy in your life. I enjoy all sorts, like looking at old things like that. That's what just makes me realise. I think it must be a lot more obvious than I think that I'm talking to a camera. But again, we don't need to keep going around in circles with it. It's all love, it's all good. So the weather is honestly just banging right now. And I'm going to literally go to Clifton, take a little look through Clifton, see what it's saying. Because apparently there's a massive charity shop and it's a Sue Ryder one. And it's a bit like one of them outlet stores. So in of itself, it'll be quite a good experience to like show you what you can get in something with a massive scope of space. So now I'm literally 65% on this video. Because this is the sat nav, I'll have to wait here for a moment and just hold the phone. But here we are anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna get myself sorted and ready. and then we're gonna just chop this up. Right, I've got a minute until this video uploads, but when I tell you right now, you're probably looking at me and going, Spen, you're in like a retail outlet. This isn't like where you would have a charity shop. No, there is, and it's actually also at the retail outlet. Now, Sue Ryder is a very interesting one in a sense where, to my knowledge, for the longest time, I've never considered it just a pure charity anyway. It's never always been a charity shop, and I'm sure it's got some sort of other. They're not charity shops aren't for just charities. They're charity shops that are businesses, and I think like that's the thing to be remembered is like there's a part of the price that has to be considered because of the staff that they have to, you know, and like obviously like something like this, a massive premises, but less about the economics of the charity shop, more about what prices they're actually putting there. So hopefully in a minute this video is going to be up. The oat milk that I had from the coffee, not the t-shirt, is going through my body, so it will be project. Don't give too much information, Sven. I think you know what it's project time for. So we're going to go into this one. Going to have a little look in Clifton because that's where I'm on my way to for this one. I was going to go into West Bridgeford as well because that's only about 4 miles away, but I might still go into West Bridgeford. What I'm kind of figuring out with the thing I'm doing at the moment is like, I guess like a motion of time. I left not that long ago. The plan that I had, I thought there was 4 charity shops where I was. There's actually 2. So what it's going to teach me is what I need to do is I need to actually look at all the places it says are charity shops and figure out if they are charity organisations or charity distributing shops for like a retail outlet space. But I kind of want to like go to antique stores. I kind of want to go to like museums. I didn't go to that museum that was just there, the Finest Knitters. Again, just because this is like the reality of what happens when I come somewhere. This is why like it's useful to. I know I'm preaching about this again. This is why it's good for me to like just go somewhere for a week, because if I go for a week, there's not this pull of me going, oh, I'll go back. Like Marge said, she was just like, well, I think I said this to Marge, in my head I was like, yeah, you know, if anything gets urgent, I can always come back. But then I'm like, that's not the mindset to even be in either. This is the thing as well I'll teach you about business right now, guys. Once you actually start investing in the thing that you're doing, it has you in a bit of a headlock a lot of the time. Not to its detriment, well maybe, but to its realistic nature. Like if you're running a business, you've got to maintain it. Oh my God, I need to find a toilet though, holy mackerels. So yeah, look, you've got B&M, a massive B&M. You got a Lidl, and then you got Sue Ryder next to an Indigo Sun, Ruddington Vets, and a butcher shop. So it's a real random assortment, but this one sounds good. So it's a furniture, fashion, household, and new goods. Okay, so another charity shop I've just literally got out of in about 8 minutes. I think the whole time when I film is like the time when I'm in there. The thing is, what's really difficult about charity shops, which heaven forbid, how dare they, is like they just all have copyright music on them. So it makes sense why people don't actually film like the live audio in there. It's so bloody difficult because you're like, essentially, you're in there and it's like playing like ABBA blasting out the speaker, and it's like, I don't know, from my understanding last time of copyright rules with music, it has to be less than 15 seconds in a single moment of a song. So when you do like a one long continuous shot, 15 seconds can go quite quick. Either or, who cares? I'm gonna go and have a little look in Clifton, see if we can find a few more. And then, I guess bugger off, hit work, do a live, because especially if I'm off ski, if I'm definitely off ski next week, it's not confirmed, who knows how the days might change, but that's where I want to go next week, and that's what I want to do. So yeah, let's just see where the next ones are. Right, time is sitting at 12:18. I've just like basically done that typical thing where you go charity shop near me, and it's told me one. Just drove by, I saw just one. This is also like a good sort of like, I guess, example of like how efficient it is. Like I essentially need to find densely populated areas of charity shops or small amounts with high quality, because you think this is kind of like what I might try and do for the next couple of days as well, is keep doing this with different ones, like as in just trying a few different places, because I need to sort of assess the process of it. Like right now, this is charity shop number 4 I'm going into, and it's been the last like hour and a half to 2 hours of time. So I would say that it's not the best use of efficiency for charity shops, because they're obviously like, they're a bit dotted about, but it is what it is, and you don't know until you do it. Again, sometimes, you know when people say like, oh, I was researching, sometimes researching is just Googling it and going, where is the nearest charity shop when you're here? So the word research needs to be taken with a pinch of salt sometimes. Oh, they're just having a chat. You know what, I'm here for it. And there's a tram line, which is kind of mad. But anyway, for some reason, Wilco's is still open here. Wilco's still open. See what this urchin's calling me for. What do you want?
A number that's just been sent to you.
Oh, all right. Hang on. So yeah, the call with Marge just turned to a short and sweet one. The thing is, right, is I could actually keep going on this like pursuit of charity shops, but I think I'm just gonna go back and try and like complete a bit of a day's work. A little bit anticlimactic, but luckily the Wilco's one just adds that extra video. So what I've shot today is actually going to suffice as like TikTok content. And essentially, when you kind of look at it like that, it's like a 2.5 hour excursion for a day's worth of content. So what my logic is, like just thinking out loud, what I'm thinking is, okay, so 2.5 hours of work equals what as a monetary value return, or views, or like exposure to other things. I don't like speaking so obviously about the business and the like, you know, the elephant in the room. It's like, I don't know, there's some things that are elephants in the room. Like you could be chatting to a guy, you could be chatting to a girl, but like that intrusive thought is like, okay, do they actually like me more than a friend? And it's like that point, it's like that to the point of it's like, okay, these videos are good, but like, is this going to be something that people gravitate to? Also though, the best ideas are where you don't think like that. The best ideas are where something happens and you're like, what is that? And you capture it because it's real. And when you try and recreate it, it's unreal. I saw this meme yesterday, or I saw this picture on the internet. I thought this was really good. And it said, a kid will unconsciously draw art because it's a child and it's not thinking, it's just drawing. Whereas an adult will grow up, go to university, go to an art degree school. Sorry if you went to art degree and I did that, how offensive. I'll do it about mine as well, media degrees, because they're hilarious. You'll go to an art school and then you'll be like, I've learned the art to like do art unconsciously. Whereas the reality is it's like the best thing you did was when you wasn't aware that you were trying to do the best thing. And it's the same with content. The best content you make is when you don't realize you're making good content, and it's only when it hits an audience that you weren't aware of that it's successful. So staying in that mind whilst also trying to have a bit of a business approach with it. It's interesting. It's you know, I love it. You know, I like numbers, and again, I like numbers, not even to be like, oh my god, like, you know, I want like the numbers so that I can write this is. I just am obsessed with numbers because I'm autistic like that. Time to see what my favourite human being is doing and ask her if she wants to go for some lunch, and I guarantee you I know what her answer will be. So let's find her, and I'll tell you right now, I already predict it. Oh, here she is. Hello.
Hello.
This is a camera. Have you ever seen one before?
No, I've never seen one before. Never in your hand, ever.
No. You've never seen a camera in my hand?
Never.
What are you up to?
What are you wearing? Organising for the kids.
I'm actually wearing these trousers that were on a women's rail yesterday, and this is an oat milk t-shirt.
It looks like a child's trousers.
How does it look like a child's trousers when it fits around my waist?
Tiny.
Well, how come it fits around my waist, and how come they're all the way to the bottom then?
Okay.
What's tiny about them? Maybe my legs are.
Yeah, it's here. It looks too tiny there.
It's not. It's massive.
Bring it round a bit.
Do you want some food or not?
Yeah.
Yes then.
Maybe if I can have just lettuce leaves somewhere.
Boring. I managed to convince her for some food, so we're just having some food. She goes, do a bail sale later. And I was like, all right, that's signing me jobs here now. So it turns out, I think I'm just going to do a bail sale. And I'm going to run it on some big ones. We're going to do it on the £4.50. We're going to show people the bits. And we're just going to test it. Because she was saying, like, do a few. And it's like a nice little bit that's moved. You know, I think it's actually kind of key to probably lock in some bits like that as essentially right now locking in them bits, because if I do go away for like 5 or 6 days, I'm just basically going to be like postponing making any cashish. So we'll see. Yeah, Marge. Guys, the time is 4:45. 4:45. Me and Marge had some food, drink or two. Nice, you know. Just the sun, I'm be honest with you, the sun brings it. This might be my week of like returning as like a normal human being. But no, I'm going to do a little bit of a mini bail sale. We just sort of like had a little chat and was thinking, you know what? It's probably best to do a couple of the bigger bails and just set it at a fixed price. I'm going to probably go in with it with a bit of a different intention today. I'm probably going to be there internally kind of going, look, this is the price, this is the situation, and see what happens. And the perfect bit of it is that if nobody takes to any bails today, I'll just stop the live and return it and do some individuals. Again, because of how complex our system seems to be with how much we do, we just don't have a system in place for when we go live yet. Like, for everybody who has a system, big up to you. Like, it takes some doing to get a system. For us and what we do, there's just too many things going on to sometimes like home in, because every day is just honestly very different to the last, which I personally think is the best way to do a day. So, the camera is always flipping muddy. I don't know how it gets like so dirty. I'm not even sure how. I'm gonna bring this up in a moment. But yeah, so we've got a few bales left. I mean, we've got, hang on. We've got quite a few actually. So we've got these ones. I'm literally gonna take one like this and I'm gonna just do it. Oh my God, this is heavy. So I'm gonna try it in that scope. Like, because essentially, if 2 or 3 people like a bale and they buy it, it's just a bigger volume being moved in one space of time. So I'll try literally 3 of these, a couple small ones, and then we'll see how we get on. Gonna go on at 4 o'clock. Probably gonna give it like the best part of like an hour to make some successful sales on it. And then if within an hour, it's not been any biters, I might just switch it. You know, there's this whole sort of like conversation about choose the route that causes the least resistance. And sometimes I'll just see a nice day, honestly, and I'll just be like, I can't be asked to stand on a camera live stream selling. I think because I feel like I'm on the camera all the time, sometimes even though it's like the actual job, the selling bit, I just can't disassociate with everything. And I'm like, oh, I can't be asked to be on the camera at all. I can, obviously. Let's be honest, I've just had a minute out in the sun and I've just thought I'd much rather be out in the sun. That's like the total transparency of me coming. But the reality of it is that next week I'm going to be off for a couple of days. And whether Marge and Suzanne and whoever does a few days is a different thing. Not sure how much this is transparent to share it with you, but it might have been a very short-lived situation with the employee. Yet to confirm. I think we kind of realised, I mean, sadly, the person who we had to come in to do a few days kind of just like made it very difficult. It's just not difficult, I don't even think intentionally, he's just a like young lad, but sort of like said he's not able to work a few times already. And Marge kind of has that internal thing where she goes, if someone's not able to work this early on but they say they're available, then it's just not a right fit. And I agree. I think that choose the route that causes the least resistance, go for the person that seems the best fit. So sadly, our little 2-day employee is probably going to be fixed at just those 2 days. But we think we are going to look for somebody at the kilo sale. So we're going to actually choose somebody, hopefully, that's actually at the kilo sale, because essentially they're community based, they're interested in the same things, and it's probably the best way for us to capitalise on that. So that's what we are going to do. But right now we're just going to have like, how many minutes until the live? 5-10 minutes to just get a couple more bales up here, get the weighing scales up, and then get ready to cook it off. Right, my peoples and equals, that was probably the shortest stream I ever did. 2 bales just completed. I can't be bothered. That's just a real feeling. I think that when you're trying to sell things, you have to have a response that's appropriate to the energy you've put into it. This was something that I planned 10 minutes before and expecting people to spend a lot of money on. The other thing as well is it's just too emotionally driven. Running an auction that doesn't get a bid is too much like, it's just too much like a bit of a hit. So I'm just going to go and enjoy the sun and go and relax. Guys, stay safe, stay sustainable, keep doing you, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more fun. Hopefully it's more fun. I don't know what's in store yet, but we'll see.